Xbox has a roundtable where they discuss Game Pass, Bethesda and exclusivity. Welcome everybody and thank you for joining me. So for the last week or so, Xbox news has been all about Bethesda. So last week when we started to hear whispers about the Bethesda deal finalizing, I made a video about what we can expect to hear from Xbox this week regarding this massive acquisition. Now I need to give credit here to the man that I sourced, Jeff Grubb from GameSpeed, because he's just been on point with every single thing that he said. He said that Xbox would finalize the Bethesda deal this week and they did. He said that Xbox would announce the deal this week and they did. He said that Xbox will release a bunch of Bethesda games on Game Pass this week and they did. And he also said that Xbox will have some sort of event on the 11th of March, and lo and behold, yesterday at 7:30 I got a notification that Xbox is about to go live to discuss the deal and what it means for gamers. So this brings me to today's video. Xbox had a round table yesterday with Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg and a bunch of other executives and heads, and it was quite interesting to listen to. They tackled a bunch of topics, but as always the biggest one was exclusivity. Phil Spencer again spoke about the Bethesda games being exclusive to Xbox, and this time he was much more direct with his answer. Instead of just quoting him, here is the clip of that conversation.
Ones, Phil, is this question about exclusivity and how you think about that and how that's going to work with Bethesda.
Yeah, I see it. I see it in the community. I listen to the podcasts and all the questions. So I'm going to try to be as clear as I can because that's what I just think it's fair. So obviously I can't sit here and say every Bethesda game is exclusive because we know that's not true. There's contractual obligations that we're going to see through, as we always do in every one of these instances. We have games that exist on other platforms, and we're going to go support those games on the platforms they're on. There's communities of players. We love those communities, and we'll continue to invest in them. And even in the future, there might be things that have either contractual things or legacy on different platforms that we'll go do. But if we're an Xbox customer, the thing I want you to know is this is about delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists. And that's our goal. That's why we're doing this. That's the root of this partnership that we're building, and the creative capability we will be able to bring to market for our Xbox customers is going to be the best it's ever been for Xbox after we're done here.
So this gives us a much clearer vision in terms of exactly what Xbox has planned. So first of all, you would notice that it does not say all Bethesda games will be exclusive, and that is because of contractual obligations, which he does mention. Those obligations are 2 games that will be timed exclusives for the PlayStation 5. That is Deathloop and Ghostwire Tokyo, but outside of those games it does sound like everything else will be an exclusive. He said that they will continue to support existing games on other platforms like Fallout and Doom. I think that means that if DLC is available, they will release it for everybody. They also say that they will continue to support MMOs like Elder Scrolls Online on all other platforms as well. But outside of that, it just sounds like now any new game going forward that does not have an existing contract with other platforms will be exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. Now Phil Spencer is very adamant and clear here when he says that if you are an Xbox fan, Game Pass will be the best place to play Bethesda games going forward. Game Pass is a big reason why they bought Bethesda to begin with. It has always been about bringing more content to the platform, and now they can. At first I did thought that Xbox would at least release some of their big games on PlayStation as well. In fact, I wouldn't mind that at all. I always want as many people as possible to play all of those great games, but I do also understand that from a business point of view, it is about making money. Exclusives move consoles, and in Xbox case, this just means more traffic for Game Pass. But speaking of Game Pass, Xbox will be releasing 20 Bethesda games on Game Pass today. There is a couple of great games among them, so I would definitely recommend that you go and check that out. And I also have to say, I never really realized how big Bethesda was. If you look at all of the games that they've brought out and also all of the great studios that they have under them, it is really amazing amazing. They have had their fair share of misses, but going forward, hopefully with the assistance of Xbox, they can do better. Now the crossover potential here is also endless. I'm sure that we will see a bunch of awesome collaborations between the Xbox studios and the Bethesda studios. Whispers has already been making the rounds that we could potentially see a Fallout New Vegas 2. But on that note, this is where I'm going to end it. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing. And as always, please remember to stay safe, wash your hands, don't touch your face, and I hope to see you again soon.